Plaintiff Eric Ware says the defendant is a model and an actress and a wannabe Angela Bassett. Eric claims he developed a reality show and the defendant agreed to host the show. However, on the day of taping, the defendant walked off set and never returned, so he's suing for breach of contract. Defendant Marquita Shahid admits that she agreed to host Eric's show alone, but when she showed up to the set, there was another woman there who was to be her co-host. As a result, she feels Eric breached their agreement, and she's countersuing because she claims Eric is still using her likeness to promote the show.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Well, Your Honor, I'm a videographer, audio engineer, and I'm a paralegal. I'm from Chicago. This is my wife, which is the cousin, first cousin to the defendant here. Just to tell you a little bit about Ms. Shahid, she's a model / actress, wannabe Angela Bassett. We had.
How do you know that's who she wants to be?
Well, that's what she portrayed that night, that type of character and attitude. I have a TV show called Best Beats reality TV show.
What is it called?
Best Beats reality TV show. She agreed to host my TV show. I have signed contracts and everything where she says she will participate. Your Honor, we have suspicion.
What is the show about?
Well, the show is tantamount to American Idol, where I have individuals judging people on who make the best music.
All right, and how many judges were you to have?
I have 3 judges. I end up hosting the show
She was
myself.
one of the judges?
She was supposed to be the host of the show.
Oh, right, but you still had 3 judges.
I still had the judges, yes.
Okay, and so you did it?
I was compelled to host the show. We built the whole show around Ms. Shahid.
As a pilot, obviously, right?
As a pilot, we were trying to shop
get
it.
a network to pick it up.
Yes, Judge.
And you had your 3 judges, and she was to be the host.
Yes.
But you ended up hosting it because you're alleging she breached her contract.
Yes, Judge.
All right, what did she do?
That night, first of all, she sat in her Porsche for about 30 minutes before coming in.
Setting her...
Her Porsche, her automobile,
car.
sat for about 30 minutes before she came in. Myself and the cast members, we had suspicion that she was high off some type of narcotic.
What reason did you have?
her-
What reason did you have to think that?
Well, she was fit. I have her on camera, too. I have it here, too.
Doing what?
Some footage of her walking out of the venue. And
No, we're talking about your allegation that she was using narcotics.
Right.
That's a pretty explosive allegation.
You know what I'm saying?
So tell me what evidence and what made you believe that she was using narcotics?
Well, her actions of running in and out of the place.
Running
she
in and
was
out of the
kinda-
place going
She was
where?
fidgety. She was fit. And Your Honor, I'm from the streets of Chicago, and I'm familiar with people that use narcotics or whatever. So I'm not the only one that felt this way. So other cast members were asking me, is she high or something like that?
Okay.
Not only that, Your Honor, she walked out, and I do have footage here in court
Let's see
today.
it, of her walking out.
And that's her slithering out the back, coming through the front.
What?
Your Honor.
Where was she supposed to be?
Yeah, Your Honor.
She's supposed to have been there.
Be where?
She's supposed to have been there. That's the venue where we filmed my TV show.
Right.
She's supposed to stay there as stipulated in the contract so she could host the show.
So how do I know that's what she's walking away from?
I do have a
Looked like
private
she was going to get her hit to me. Go ahead.
Running low.
Right, she's running low. So, sir,
Running really
you
low.
allege your thing is she walked off the set because what?
She just left. She didn't talk to us.
You don't have a theory?
Other than her being high, I don't have any.
So you think she said, woo, I'm too high. So let me leave.
I believe that.
All right, good enough. Let me hear your background, ma'am, on
Hi,
this.
Judge. I feel like this was a setup. My cousin here is the person that I really want to get at because she's had a very bad life, and I think she's envious of me. I've always, been successful, and she's not so successful. She has.
All right, fine.
Okay.
What about him, though?
I really don't know him. He
In
came
this
to
job, what happened with the job?
Okay.
The contract and
Okay.
why it was not
the call
fulfilled?
time was at 6 o'clock. We arrived there at 6 o'clock. There was no one there at the venue. I texted him and told him that I was going to run down the street to my salon. My salon's 2 minutes away. I have text messages to prove that. And I texted him at 6:50 and asked him, was the people there to open up the venue? He later texted at 7:22 and says, yes.
First thing, show me where you told him you would be leaving to go to your salon. You said you have a text
running up the
indicating
street.
that.
It's right here, running up the street at 6:16.
Okay, 6:16. They're there yet? You're asking if they're there yet.
Yes, and he replied at 7:22. Yes. When I was walking back through the door, I didn't get a reply from him. I actually returned before 7:22.
So what did I see? Where were you walking?
I probably was walking to, that's maybe to go to Church's Chicken to get something to eat, because after sitting there for maybe an hour or so, we went and got chicken, and she was with me the whole entire time.
Because what?
Because there was no food there. I had to swallow my spit the whole time. There was no food, no drinks, nothing. So I told him I was hungry. Was that part of your contract? I mean, no, I told him I was hungry. He said I was going to
No, was that part of your contract?
No,
that
sir.
you would be provided food?
I know it wasn't.
So you walked off the set to go and get chicken?
Yes.
All right.
And that's her slithering out the back, coming through the front. That's the venue where we filmed my TV show.
Right.
She's supposed to stay there as stipulated in the contract so she could host the show.
So how do I know that's what she's walking away from?
I do have a
Looked like she was going to get her hit to me.
Defendant Marquita Shaheed is being sued by her cousin's husband, who claims after Marquita agreed to host his reality show, she walked off the set and never returned.
Did you return?
Yes, I did.
And what was going on when you returned?
When we returned, we sat and ate the chicken. Everybody was mic'd up except for me. Now, I am the host, in which I have this documentation saying that I am the host. So everybody's mic'd up and sitting.
It's in the contract that you're the host?
Yes, it's here, right here in the contract.
Okay, put a star by it saying you were the host.
It's here, the script that he sent me over as the host.
No, the contract.
I don't have a copy of the contract in my possession.
You don't?
No, sir.
Well, I do, and this is the most binding document and piece of evidence. And you know what it says? It starts out saying that you will participate as a cast member.
No, I was.
That's not host. Don't read it. You're getting too slick talking with me.
I'm not. I'm sorry.
I don't want to insult you, but I'm that close.
Okay. The parties agrees that Marquita Shaheed will participate as a cast member.
Cast member, very good. Not a host.
Okay.
Not a host.
Okay.
This is the binding agreement. So what happened? You saw that you weren't the host and then you walked off?
No.
So what, you not being the host resulted in what then?
But I was the only one not mic'd up. Everyone else was mic'd up. I sat there and I did my part as far as, holding up to my end of the bargain as the host, cast member.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you recorded?
No, I didn't. But I said I was. What? I recorded.
You did not hold up to your end of the bargain. Your end of the bargain was to record a part of the show as a cast member. Whatever role you played on that cast, you were to record. And you didn't record, did you?
I mean,
did you record?
Because at that time I was thinking I
did
was
you record?
No, Judge,
well, then you didn't hold up your end of the bargain. So you left because of what, ma'am? Because I know
because
you think
I realized, I thought I was the host, I was allegedly the host. I have the script here to say I'm the host. And I discovered,
have the contract saying you
I discovered that there was a young lady in a black dress that was a host.
Your counterclaim, how does he owe you, ma'am?
Well, he's continuously using this image, and in which he spelled everything wrong on the website. And
that's it. Image you're referring to.
That's it. And this is the image that I actually sent him over to put on the flyer as the host, and it says on that flyer, I'm the host on the flyer. And
ma'am, did you authorize them to use this at all?
Yes, but
for what purpose?
To promote the show at that time.
And when did you discover they were using it?
They were continuously using it after the fact, like days.
And how does that hurt you?
Because I don't want them to continue using my image. I stand to
Using the image for the purpose of this event.
Yeah, but
And the event is gone.
done.
So it doesn't benefit them to use it.
None.
Now go ahead, sir. What is your damages for? Outline your damages.
As far as mitigation, Your Honor, we actually built this entire show around her because she's in that field of expertise. We spent about $6,000 on the show. Here's one of the cameras I bought a few days before the show. We ran 3 cameras.
And it's yours and you own it.
Oh, yeah.
And you can still use it.
Yes.
And what else?
The venue, we paid $400 for the venue.
Let's see it. Let's see all the things you paid for.
That's, yeah.
Now, what happened with the show when you pitched it? No one picked it up?
Well, a lot of people were expecting her to, you know,
Okay.
to be the host of the show. So it was, and part of the contract was for her to pitch the show, but she has a direct contact with VH1.
And you had someone replace her, though.
Not at that moment. She walked out on us.
Whenever
in the
it
middle of the
was, did
show.
you have someone replace her?
Me?
No, it was a
I host
lady
the
in a
show,
black dress
Judge.
that was.
I'm the one host the show.
Why would you do that?
I had no other choice. I had all
You
these
did.
people
You
here.
had the choice of canceling it and getting your money for her breaching it. But you stood in, thinking that you looked like her.
Well, he sound like
You know what
I
nobody
look a
gonna
little
buy
better,
this
Your
with you.
I sat there and I did my part as far as, you know, holding up to my end of the bargain as the host, cast member.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you recorded.
No, I didn't. But I said
that's your-
I was what I recorded.
You did not hold up to your end of the bargain. Your end of the bargain was to record a part of the show as a cast member.
Defendant Marquita Shahid is being sued by her cousin's husband, who claims after Marquita agreed to host his reality show, she walked off the set and never returned.
Sir, you got your camera to use in the future, and you rented all these other things. I am going to grant you half of what you're requesting. $2,500 is your judgment. Ma'am, he did not breach his contract. I'm looking at this. There was no food guaranteed in this. Yes, you were considered to be a cast member. That's what this says. I'm going to dismiss your claim for breach of contract. I'm going to hold you in breach of contract for walking off the set. You should have said to somebody, hey, I'm supposed to do this. Hey, nobody talked to you, well, talk to them. Stand back.
I didn't do all that.
I'm gone. $2,500 is your judgment,
Thank you,
sir.
Judge.
All right, and don't you try to star in nothing. All right? Keep your day job. Judge in front of
She don't have anything to say to me because it's not about him. She already. Yeah, you don't have nothing to say when them contacts. Shut up with the contacts in.
That fake hair.
Don't
you dare.
You have
Because
nothing.
I ain't know
That's far.
You know what? So what?
Zero hair.
I choose
Male
to wear my hair the way I choose to wear my hair. Really?
Going on in life.
You are so
Male
far off
pattern,
target.
bald.
She's an alcoholic and drug user.
Oh God, come on.
Yeah,
please.
really.
Dressed up
Come
with
on.
makeup on.